So moving right along. This has not moved right along. So Jordan was working on his truck today. I was giving him a hand. He had a day off, so he actually got to work on his truck. So, what did we do? Put the cross pieces in. Actually, we could bolt the cross member right to the frame, because the holes actually lined up from the original. Body. Now this body's got a few cahoos. I started working on trying to get these out. I got this one out pretty well. I used a stud gun maybe to pull a little bit of this more out, and yeah. So one big problem is the new fenders are fiberglass, and if you put them in the original holes, these fenders are from a 48 to 52 Ford pickup F1. We don't really know what year box this is. We're speculating 53 to 63, somewhere in there. Had a different style fender on it. So as you can see where you drew the chalk line. That's where the new fender is going to have to sit to make it fit the wheel wells for the tire, to make it look normal like the front does. How I space the cab in the front end to get that. We're going to do the same on the rear. So I took let's see where it is here. Where did I put that piece of metal? Oh, it's right here. So I took a piece of square tubing. I put it around here, and I traced it. Now I'll do the same thing on whatever it is. It's 3/16 maybe, or less. I don't know. That's what I'm going to use. I can always grind it down. I got pieces of this stuff laying around. So that's from when I built the rat rod. So what I'll do is I will cut. Oops, sorry about the shakiness. So what I'll do is I'll cut these out. I'll put that piece of steel back, and I'll take the plasma cutter and run right around it, like you'll use it as a guide. Then I'm going to cut those other pieces out, and I'm going to weld them all back in. All those holes, all the way around, and that's where we're going to start putting the new ones, the new holes. I'll be taking this off. This is damaged here. I'll be taking that off. I have to add to this. I wish I had the right metal for that. You can't. We don't know what box it is. So where is that piece I had? Let me put it away. No, it's right here. So this is an extension that came with a truck I bought. There's some Ford parts, early Ford parts. Came from LMC. So this is the same thing that would be on a similar truck, 48 to 52, but it's about 1.5 inches too short. So I'm gonna have to fabricate, I'll bend a piece of metal and add the extension on to get us over into here. And then I'll butt it up, and then I'll straighten this up, and eventually I'll put some bracing in. Now on the back, this is just a rough draft to what we're doing. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna put some ears along the back. I gotta drop this down a little bit and get it better centered. I just want to put it on there to see what it would look like. We were gonna run the taillights in this. Now this piece here was mangled. It was broken too. You remember probably seeing, pretty rough. I just cut it out of there. And I was gonna just put a flat piece of steel back in there, and we had some of this diamond plate looking stuff laying around from the floors from the 50. So we used that. We had to have a seam because we weren't quite long enough, but it'll all come out in the works. This is no beauty queen. He wants just a driver to pound around in, and probably when he gets sick of pounding around, and then we'll be doing some more work to it. We are going to paint the box. The box is coming off, and after we take the box off to paint it and we put it back, I'll be putting some rubber under all these. Up here we'll be putting some treated wood right here, right here. So those two in the front, and this one just has to have some rubber underneath it, and the same with the rear. Now in the front, I used some more of those brackets. I don't know where they came from, but we just turned them. They're heavy duty, way overkill, but that's what we had. It was laying in the scrap pile, so that's what we used. And then I made the bracket the other way out of these and fixed it so it will fit. So we still got some body work to do in here. I did some of the other side. It looks better. We got to take all this metal down in here once I weld this in, and then we'll do all the body work on here. We're going to place the fenders where we want them. We're going to drill the fenders because the fiberglass isn't drilled yet. We're using a sharp drill bit. And yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll mock everything up, take it all apart to paint it, to match the blue on the truck. He's going to leave the blue on the truck. I got looking, that window's cracked, but I found in my hoard of F1 parts, I found a good window. I think he's going to send it out and have a front windshield put in it because that one's pretty scurfy. I think there's actually 26,000 original miles on this truck. It started its life as an F6. We put these are fiberglass fenders. So it'll have fiberglass fenders all the way around. So the worst parts of these trucks will actually be fixed on this. And then we're going to, we have all the hold downs that run vertical here. Yeah, run north-south. Long day. And we'll put the wood in and we'll re-drill the holes to match up with the holes that they have. Put the hold downs in, to hold the wood down in. So I'm not sure. I think we'll probably do what we did like on the rat rod. We'll use some treated wood deck boards. It seems to work it works well. They're easy to work with. They're not expensive, and you don't have to worry about hurting them. And within a year, you can stain it. So yeah, that's where we are. So still a lot of work to do. The cab, it is running. It is driving. It stops. It's got full of fluids. Everything's working good on it. The lights got a wire to the rear. I got to put a rear set of springs in it. These are a little bit light for this truck. He's going to order a couple more lease. We'll put a couple more lease back in it and get it back up in the air where it should be. It's sitting a little. It wasn't bad till we put the box on it, and then it comes down a little bit. The guy that had it before had taken a couple leaves out because he said it rode too rough. I don't know. It's 3/4 ton. Actually, it's an F350. So yeah, it's going to ride rough frame. Okay, man, I've been jabbing around my mouth all too long. Have a good night. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the comment. Jordan likes reading about the comments on his truck. I like reading about the comments on his truck and all the ones that I work on. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're a small channel. We can use all the help we can get. Well, is that enough sucking up for one night or not? Yeah, I think that's probably enough. We'll see you soon.